Okay, let me just go in the snow real quick. Hopefully I don't get stuck. These days, there's so many overpriced off-road worthy vehicles from factory, but 97% of those never touch any off-road terrain. This is what real off-road dedication looks like. Right here behind me is not your ordinary 2003 Honda CRV. This one is lifted with the fenders cut out to create more space for the wheels. These are 40s, 17-inch rims. It reminds me of one of those RC cars that when it flips over, it can still ride on the wheels. Let's take a closer look. All right, so now that we're closer to the wheel, you can get a better look at these 40-inch tires and these 17-inch rims. It's got these spacers in here as well. You can see a little bit more of the bodywork where he's cut the fender, give the wheel more room, obviously, although he says they still rub. As you'll see on the other side, that tire is like a hockey puck right here. Now, I don't think all of these tires are the same brand, but they are all still 40s with the 17-inch black wheels. Looks really nice, especially from a distance, but here's more of the bodywork he had to cut right here. All this nice sharp edges. There's holes in the floorboards because of this, as you'll see in a second. All types of snow and mud and dirt and all that good stuff. Here's the rear. Other than to satisfy my OCD, there's not really any particular reason of me showing you this part of the SUV other than getting a whole good look at just what this thing is. It's basically a regular 2003 Honda CRV, massive 40-inch tires with this aggressive stance, making it look like some type of retro RC car. But here's the rear. The spare tire is not on there. I imagine they would be virtually useless since that big 40-inch would probably cover this entire rear glass if it was mounted on the back of this right here. I was looking around to reach and open it, but there is no door handle. Now the owner also tells me this is not his daily driver. This is a toy that he is planning on selling, and what a better way to send it on its way than to make a DOS dedicated review. This side of the SUV's doors does not open. Well, the rear door does and the front door does not. It's basically a 3-door at this point. It seems like I may need to watch where I'm sitting in this interior. It still is a regular 2003 Honda CRV interior. I do like this brown color. Like I say, it's a break from looking at all the regular gray black interiors that you would normally find in vehicles, and this brown is definitely looking nice. Now, as you can see, we do not have a door panel over here. You got this nice view of the vital organs that'll typically be hiding behind your regular door panel. You got your column shifter up here. That's pretty cool about these early Honda CRVs. They had the column shifters up top instead of down here. I think they still have them like somewhere in this general area, not necessarily a shifter that's right here next to you in the center console, but this column shifter right here is not necessarily on the back of the steering wheel, but it's in this general area like a truck, and I like that a lot. We're looking at the holes in the floorboards, of course, due to the massive wheels, even though, like I said, the owner still says that these wheels rub. I'm pretty sure at some articular angles and points. He sent me some videos of this SUV off-roading. It still gets stuck every now and then, of course, because of that massive tire over there. That's like a hockey puck, no tread, but at least this thing still looks cool no matter what. You do have a sunroof, so this must have been one of the top end trim levels of the CRV back in the early 2000s. I'm pretty sure these brown and lighter colors other than gray and black meant that you had some type of a luxury trim level back in the day. You have a sunglass holder right here as well. And then you got your dome lights up top. I don't know if they're, I was gonna say LED, of course they're not LED back in this day. He's got an aftermarket radio right here. The climate control still works, even though you have holes and all this snow and dirt and debris in here because of the holes in the floor. It still works, so in case you wanna be cold and hot at the same time, now that I turn my neck just a little bit more, 90 degrees at this point, I see at least one door panel back here. So if you're interested in buying this, there's definitely some door panels. As we get interrupted in the background by the audience I just adopted, I'll continue explaining some of the interior features I see, like the cracked windshield. It's a lot of cracks in this windshield, not just one. There's a reason why I'm speaking softly like this, because we are in a public parking lot. And well, everybody tends to have the issue with cameras, even if they're not even pointed on them. Everybody gets all hostile when they see someone recording. Anyways, so here we are in the rear. Obviously, as you can see, I can't really sit back here. Here's the door panel I was talking about. I imagine these seats can fold down, just like in my 2004 Kia Sorento. I used to have these seats would fold down, but for some reason, not all the way flat. You had to like pull up the bottom of the seat right here, pull it up this way, and then you can pull it flat. If you just pull it like this, it'll be just raked at an angle like this. So I imagine that's the way these seats are as well, because it's obviously the early 2000s styling of SUVs. They didn't really get the folding seats in the rear down just right like they do nowadays, where you don't have to do that extra folding just to fold it flat. All right, and just for giggles, I guess, of course, here's a good look at under the hood. Got our nice little hood prop right here, which is the glove box I was talking about earlier, and your nice 4-cylinder VTEC right there. Now, it's not clear to me. I'm not sure the exact stats, but I don't think that's really necessary since of these massive tires probably won't be getting the performance that is on paper. There's like no turning radius on this thing right now. He's making like little 2-degree turns right now. Oh shoot. He knows. He told me I was gonna have to turn like this. You can explain so much about the way a vehicle drives. Totally different experience when you actually drive it yourself at all. You can just hear the I feel like I'm gonna pop a tire by doing that. 237,000 miles on the dashboard right now. Ooh. Even all that cutting he did, whoa, all that cutting he did. Okay, let me just go in the snow real quick. Hopefully I don't get stuck. On the listing that he has this for sale, it's kind of like a gimmick. He's got, well, either way, this was a pretty good drive. I know the camera is dirty now at this point. I don't have anything to wipe it off. Some type of toy like this. It's not even his daily driver. He's got like 3 cars. I think this is definitely a steal for a couple of $100 if you're in the market for it.